Hi guys, this is the final Hiragana lesson, which consists of learning Japanese characters ra-ri, ru-re, ro, wa, o, n, and adding dakuten and handakuten to some characters. The first character is ra. Example words for this character are kirai, which means to hate, and chikara, which means power. Kirai is an adjective even though it acts as a verb. Next one is ri. In typed Japanese, we can see it as one whole stroke. Examples are risu, which means squirrel, and matsuri, which means festival. Here is the third one, ru. These characters are pronounced softer than in English. Here are iru and aru. They both mean to be or to exist, but one of them is used with living creatures, while the other one is used with non-living creatures. And the other one is kaeru, which means frog, or to return home. Next character is re. This character is similar to ne, but the stroke does not go into the left, it goes the opposite way and looks differently. Here are two more examples, rekishi, which means history, and kirei, which means beautiful. This is the character ro. They're all pronounced between R and L. This is roku, which means 6, and this is my favorite color, kuro, which is black. And this is the final column of our Japanese hiragana characters, the wa column, although not every character is pronounced with W. The first character is wa, yet another character that is similar to ne and re. Here is watashi, which means I or me, and the other one is wakaru, which means to understand. This is the next one, and it's pronounced o, just like in o in the first column. However, this one is not contained in any word, but it's used as an object marking particle. This is the final character, n. It is the only character that doesn't contain any vowel. Example words are konnichiwa, which means hello, and nihon, which means Japan. We can also see that ha is pronounced as wa. But that's not the end. Now you're going to learn how to use dakuten and handakuten in order to create new sounds. Both of these characters are written in the upper right corner of the character. This is the example. I'm going to write dakuten at characters ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, transforming them into ga, gi, gu, ge, and go. Example words are kagi, which means key, and the other one is gogatsu, which means May. Writing these little characters is super easy. I'm going to explain in details. If you write dakuten in the upper right corner of characters, you will transform them as it goes. However, there will be exceptions, and I'm going to explain each characters as we progress through this lesson. Adding dakuten to S characters will transform them into za, ji, zu, ze, zo. Ji is the only exception among the rule. Some examples are zashi, which means magazine, and zo, which means an elephant. Combining dakuten with characters from the T column will transform them into da, ji, zu, de, and do. There are two exceptions. Ji, which is not commonly used, not this variant I mean, and zu, which is not used interchangeably with the su variant. Here is the word dojo, which obviously means dojo. Yes, you can use small yo even with G characters, and denwa, which means telephone. The last example of dakuten is when you add it to the H column characters, you'll create ba, bi, bu, be, and bo. Here is banzuke, which means ranking. This zu is actually totally different than the S column. It's the one from the T column. I will explain why when we start learning kanji. And the other one is zenbu, which means total. There's another character you can add to the H column characters. It is called handakuten, a little circle, also written in the upper right corner of the character. As the formula says, if you write handakuten, you will get sounds pa, pi, pu, pe, and po from the H sounds. Those are most commonly used when writing words in Katakana, which will be learned in the next lesson. There are some examples. For example, ippai, which means one drink. The other one is kippu, which means ticket. There is ippiki, which means one small animal, and nippon, which is another way to say Japan. And the hiragana lessons are over. If you like this video, subscribe for new katakana lessons. I'll see you when we're going to learn katakana.